What's up, peeps? It's the kid L.R.Player here. I'm back again with another episode from the Jump Rope community, the podcast that bring you interviews with members in the community, friends, family, sharing stories and talent, and etc. etc. This guest here is somebody I recently followed, not recently followed, but recently followed. Now, jamming my words up. Um, he has a mix of choreography and jump rope skills. He also is a performer in a popular group that I like to follow. Also, so let me not waste too much time and introduce you to Eddie Jumps. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you doing? Happy to
All
be
right,
here.
all righty. Jump rope. Tell us your journey or your intro into jump roping.
Yeah, so I grew up in Ellicott City, Maryland, a suburb of Baltimore, and the local team there was called the Kangaroo Kids. So I saw them perform at a local farm when I was 6, and I got really into it. So I started doing the driveway, but I was too shy to try out for the team. So my mom actually she like tricked me into going to a practice, and I like tried out without me knowing. And yeah, here we are today. I went from being too shy to try out, and now, like you said, I'm doing performances all around the country and on TV, and it's been great for me. I'm so happy I found jump rope and that it's brought me this far.
So you currently based on the West Coast at the moment?
Yes, I came out to Los Angeles for physical therapy school. So that was 7 years ago now.
Oh,
I've been
so
here for 7 years.
oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I also see you
Yeah.
recently did a duet with Mike Fry.
Yeah, with Mike. He's a good
Is
friend of
that's
mine.
somebody?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Go way back.
he definitely, yeah. We're talking, we competed together in 2008. Well, and even before that, but I
Oh
remember
wow.
becoming friends with him around that time. And then he was living in Los Angeles when I had moved. So I moved here and
Mm-hmm.
immediately reached out to him because I knew jump rope's his like main gig. So I wanted to do more, and I knew he was teaching classes. So I reached out to him like, "Hey, anything, let me know." I was in school at the time, so I can't do everything, but um, he like will
Right.
ask me about different street festivals, or we'll like meet up and go over tricks together, and we film videos together, obviously, because that's fun these days. But yeah, no, Mike's I've known
Was
Mike a
you
while, and we've been jumping together in Los Angeles for like 6 7 years now.
so was you around when he invented the mic release?
When he
Was you
invented the
around
Mick
him at the
release,
time?
I might
Oh,
have been
is it
like
go
8 years
for?
old. Oh no. I didn't
Oh
know him.
wow.
I never knew it was him actually until someone told me. I think it came up in like an interview like this or something, or it wasn't him who told me because he's so humble and kind, but you got to brag about him. He's the guy who invented the mic, and that's like a standard of the sport today.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, cause it like became like well, it started out to be like a more advanced move, and then nowadays beginners doing mic like faster than if they do double unders, which is crazy because it took me
yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 months just to even get a good rotation and understanding the rope length and the tension, and
It's a hard
it's all
trick
kind
and it
of crazy.
requires
So
a lot of practice. But yeah, if you go on Instagram, you see all these beginners and they know footwork and the mic. It's like the cool trick to learn. So,
yeah,
and when
it
I do
did
shows,
the
that's the trick everyone cares about and loves. They're like, I loved it when you let go of the rope and caught it. It just looks really cool, and it's a standout. And I can do 50 backflips, but they care about the time I let go of the rope. So,
it's crazy, but it's just like the NBA how things shift. Like it was well when I started, it was like double unders um and combinations. Now it shifted to footwork and mix, and it seemed
definitely.
like a lot of people relate to that more than double unders now. which is understandable. It's just something like we all got to get accustomed to and adjust to.
Yeah.
So, your footwork is, oh, I should say like your style of skipping. You got a mix of choreography in your routines with jump ropes and TJs. Tell us your background with your choreography, your dancing.
Yeah, so in high school, middle school and high school, I did musical theater. And, that's singing, acting, and dancing. Where I really shined was the dancing part. So from a young age, I became interested in dancing. And then when I moved to Los Angeles, I started taking like beginner hip hop classes. And I found out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with it and I love it. It's similar to jump rope in the fact, as part of my home team, we always did choreographed routines in sync to music on beat. So, years of doing that, I sort of have gained good rhythm and the ability to memorize, different eight counts. And I took that to Los Angeles, scared out of my mind because I'm surrounded by all these amazing dancers, and this is my first time doing it. I'm used to having a rope in hand, but I started at the like baseline beginner level, took that every week, and now I'm in the intermediate level. So being in Los Angeles has been great because there's so many different dance studios and everyone around you, like all the teachers are in the latest music videos and commercials and they're like professional dancers. So I took advantage of that and it's been so cool. Lately, the studio I go to, Playground, and I take the choreographer Shane Bruce. His style is very jumpy and very heavy on footwork, which I've like related to
Mm-hmm.
very well because it goes hand in hand with jump rope. In fact, every time I go to his class, I'm like marking it in my head with the rope, like what could I add from this class and put it in my routine. And I told him that, and he's obsessed with it. So he's been great for me to take too. And, I love that combo because I love, I get really into music and beats, and jump rope's a great way to express myself that way. And, footwork is huge. I'm learning so much footwork from the hip hop community and these beginning classes that I'm
Right.
trying to my best to like integrate both. It makes it really
Oh, well,
fun.
you're doing very well with it. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
can tell. It shows. It definitely shows. So it's funny you mentioned that. Like you said, you was like, let me see if I can implement this with the rope. Cause sometimes
Oh, yeah.
I get caught walking around like at work, and I'm just like, I wonder if I even.
Yeah.
And then I look around like, okay, I'm being weird at the moment.
Right. I
So
think I'm the
you
jumpiest one in
one
the
of
class.
many, or maybe
Sorry, I keep talking over you.
you say you the jumpiest one in class.
Yeah,
No,
everyone
you
else
good.
is.
You good. You say you the
Well,
jumpiest
yeah,
one in
no, I
class.
think it's fine, but everyone else is very smooth moved and like really like I don't know, hip hop dancey, and I'm just like bouncing the whole time, like thudding the floor. And it doesn't always work, but sometimes
High
it's in my
energy
advantage.
and
So exactly.
that's part of your style. Um, what I often say. So you integrate the I often say so there's very many or very few in the community that integrate choreography in a jump rope. I know you've seen rope jumpers or Barb.
Who is it?
You know who Barbara is from Texas? Barbara from Texas, rope jumpers.
Ooh, do I know? Let me see. Let me refresh.
You probably have you probably have seen her and probably just not know that's her. She from Dallas. Now she does heavily with that too. Like she integrate a lot of dance moves into her jump rope routine. So it's like I want to say it's like a category style in its own. Like people got double unders, you got people with shuffling
Yeah, yeah,
footwork,
yeah.
and then there's like rope flow music movement, and then there's like the choreography and the jump rope mix, and like y'all two that I know of, I know that I'm pretty sure there's plenty more that does do that. I was just wondering if you ever seen any of her routines.
I haven't, and I found you on Instagram and I'm following her now, so I'm gonna look at that.
Oh, okay.
Because hey, we should
Oh yeah, you'll
collaborate
love her
if that's the
content.
case, if we're a similar style.
Oh,
I'm
she would
sure I've
love that.
seen the
She
videos.
would
I
definitely.
guess I always look at the jump rope hashtag and like check out who's up
Oh,
and
that's how you
coming,
is that's
and
how you find people?
yeah.
Is that's how you oh okay. I need to
I
do
type
more of
in
that.
jump rope in the search bar and I go to tags and I just like go down the videos and get caught in the social media time warp we all do. But it's inspiring. So
Time warp. I'm gonna have to use that term.
I mean I really
So tell us about
get
hey,
caught
you really zoned in and get lost into it, yeah.
in the
So
worst
tell
way.
us about the flight crew.
Flightcrew.
The
I was there from near the start of Flightcrew when we did America's Got Talent in 2014. So actually what happened was
oh
I was in
wow.
school, so I couldn't do the first two rounds. And then
Mm-hmm.
somebody could not do the live round, so they ended up calling me and being like, "Hey, we need you. Can you come?" And I didn't know where they were in the process, but I was like, "Yeah, definitely. I've been dying for this opportunity." And then I find out, "Oh, it's a live show and we're in the quarterfinals." And my heart just sunk. I was like, "Oh my God, this is so much pressure." But yeah, we did
I'm
the
nervous.
live show was so intimidating to me because it's a huge stage, and jump rope, you could mess up and you could do the routine 100 times clean and just randomly mess up. So luckily it
Right.
worked out well, and we had the sufficient practice before. But I mean, that group is awesome too, and I became really good friends with them. But they're all people I look up
Mm-hmm.
to and idolize. So to work with them was really special to me too. And then yeah, I've been working with
Yeah,
Flight Crew
Selena.
since 2014. Yep, me and Selena did a couple
But the
gigs together. That was fun.
yeah,
We did the
Selena,
Strawberry Festival.
Steph. Is it the one y'all had the red shirt and the suspenders, or that's a
Yes.
different?
I don't know if we had
Um,
suspenders, but we had
that's
pink
it
and red shirts. And it was they gave us they
at
told us
night.
to jump rope and they did not give us any stage. So we had to build our own stage with like
Oh, I'm
cardboard.
probably thinking about something different.
Yeah, no, this was
Oh,
very different
yeah,
maybe.
I'm thinking about
But I
something
worked with
different.
Selena
Yeah,
and I feel like we really bonded in that moment. So she's great. I love her.
yeah. Selena and Steph is one of my favorite people. I look up to.
Yeah, and I love what she's doing on
So
Instagram with all the
performing what?
tutorials.
Oh yeah, I'm picking up a lot from that. And
It's really
then
good.
she'll send me something in the background, like try this. And it always be like something super difficult. I'm like,
Hmm.
Selena, you know you're gonna kill me with this, but I'm gonna try it anyway. She
Yeah,
do it
you
to me
got
all
to.
the time. So what's some of your favorite places that you perform at around the world or at
Huh.
home,
Yeah.
hometown, United States?
Where's my favorite performance? That's a good question. Um I love doing TV stuff, which I've gotten to do a little bit of here in Los Angeles. Music videos are
Oh,
fun.
okay.
I think my ultimate dream would be to be like a dancer in a music video, but with the jump rope. That would be like
Oh, so you
dream
haven't
come true.
so
I've
that
done music
opportunity hasn't
videos, but
came up.
I'm not really dancing. In fact, the last music video they had us in like a morph suit, so you can't even tell it's me. And that's
What
close,
video would that
close,
be,
but it's
if you
not
can
it.
say?
Oh gosh, it's someone from the band Animal Collective. His name was Panda Bear, and he was releasing a new album. It wasn't a huge
Oh,
budget thing
okay.
at all, but it happened. That was a pretty cool
How was
one.
the experience?
It was fun. It was pretty quick, and they were just loving. Once again, this is a situation where they don't know exactly what jump rope is, so anything we
Mm-hmm.
did blew them away, and we impressed them, and taught them a little bit about what we do. And so hopefully for the next music video, they'll call us up again. And you know, it's always fun to show
Like,
people
hey,
what jump rope can be, like how intense it can be, and how close to hip hop and all the choreography you can do with it. I'm
Especially
drawing a
instead
blank
of
on my
showing them
favorite
what they
shows.
think jump rope is.
Exactly, no one
Oh,
knows.
your
So
favorite shows?
yeah, you asked me, and I'm
You
just
say you
drawing a
drawing a blank on your
blank.
favorite show?
I love doing the latest one I've done is with Flightcrew. We do the boardwalk at Disney World. That's the one with the suspenders. Yes, that's the one you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I
Yes,
do. And y'all
that
had
one
like
is
the
fun.
LED light ropes and
That one is very fun because there's a story to it. And between our different sets of jump
do
rope, we
share.
get to act and, joke around with the audience. And yeah, it's funny to say the
Any
least.
funny moments? Any
Yeah, no.
funny moments you can share?
And I think we play tricks on each other. Like I don't know, we make people do weird contests, jump on their butt and call people out. So I've done that one twice now. It's really fun. And it's with Disney, so that's very cool to work with
Right.
Disney World.
Any
What else?
NBA
Yeah, I do like halftime
halftime
shows.
shows
I did the Clippers. We did the a sold out Clippers show in 2015. That was pretty cool. And we were rehearsing doing some jumps on our butt. I don't know if you know that trick. And Will I Am
yeah,
just
that's
storms through our formation. So that was pretty gnarly. And
oh,
at that game, Beyonce was sitting courtside. So I like to think she watched us do our halftime show.
oh, so she stole some moves
There
from
was
y'all. That's
celebrities.
what you're
It was
saying.
it was the Clippers and the Cavaliers, and LeBron James was in town. So there were a lot of celebrities at this game, which made it kind of intimidating. But also now I can brag about it. So worth it. NBA shows are really quick.
uh,
So I tend to prefer although it's grueling, I tend to prefer the longer shows where like there's audience interaction because then you really get to have fun with the crowd and, talk to them, make them laugh. Yeah, play tricks on people. What was really fun too, I did the circus tour. We did the in the unitards and the makeup, the Christmas tour. Selena's
yes,
posted about it too, but
I think I seen clips
yeah,
of that.
that show was very fun because once again, I'm combining jump rope and dance. So we weren't just doing our act, but we were also in the background of other acts, doing dances, doing choreography. Once again, making a fool of ourselves, but I think that's my favorite part when it's not just jump rope, but we're also interactive and, doing other things.
So, is it more difficult when you I want to say it's called a wheel. Um, I think it's called
Connecting
a
with
wheel
other
when it's like
people.
two ropes and two people. Yes, is it
Yes.
more difficult doing that? It,
It's
how
it's
so?
challenging because when you do the wheel, your arms are like alternating like this, but you're only jumping
Right,
one of them. So getting the rhythm down and not having it like offbeat, that's challenging at first because you have to
and
keep
you
them
perform a
separate.
lot of that in your shows.
Yeah, we do. We the shows usually are a lot of single rope, synchronized single rope, and then individuals, and then obviously double dutch and wheel is the third component. And that's fun because once again, it's something that people don't really know of. So every time we do it, people's minds are just blown. Like, how are they doing that with their ropes tangled? And that reaction is
Yeah,
just
I still
so
be like that now.
priceless. Yeah. Well,
I still
we got
be
to meet
yeah, I
up
still be
and
like that now. Like
we got to have a big jump rope meetup. We'll go over wheel because I think you'd be good at it. It just takes
I
practice.
think they'll be fun. I think that'll
Yeah.
be fun. So, when you and the crew are together, is that like a structured thing that y'all do? Like we got single unders, wheels, double dutch. Like, is it structured like that, or
We have
how y'all
some
program
routines
your
that we
routine?
all yeah, we have some routines that we all know. And normally it does incorporate all three of those elements. Although lately we've been doing
Right.
one set that's just single rope. So we start the show just individually holding our own rope. Then the next set
Mm.
maybe focuses more on partner interaction. So that might have more wheel on it. And then we have a third set that's just double dutch. I think
Which one more harder,
that's
the
like the
wheel or the
new
double dutch?
structure. Ooh, good question. I'd say there's more tricks in double dutch. So double dutch can be harder. Usually the wheel is we have routines we all know, so it's not as creative, although it can be. But the
Right.
shows I've done, we keep it pretty standard, so that's not as fun or not as difficult because it's not changing. The double dutch, always varies because there's different people in the group that have different skill sets. So if I'm turning for LJ, I'm turning way different tricks than if I'm turning for like Liz, who's more of a dancer. And so that keeps it interesting and makes it a little more difficult because you have to be more creative.
Do you perform the dancing element in the double dutch when like it's your turn to jump?
Yeah, I mean, so actually, I guess I lend more towards gymnastics, but that is a goal of mine because I feel like I'm getting more into this footwork now that I don't do double dutch as much these days just because we can't get together as frequently and practice.
Mm-hmm.
But next practice, that's what I want to focus on because it's something I
Do you
think I'll be good at, but I haven't had the chance to practice it yet.
do you have gymnastics in your background?
Yeah, so I was a University of Maryland cheerleader in
Okay.
college. So then at that time I had a tumbling coach. That's where I really gained a lot of tumbling skills that every time I try to
Oh no way.
up the game, that's okay. I might have summoned Siri.
Oh yeah, yeah. My series just for some reason my series popped on for some reason. I don't know. I didn't
No, that's okay.
touch anything.
Siri
But
wants to
I'm sorry.
listen.
Continue.
Yeah, I was and yeah, as a cheerleader, I that's when I started weightlifting and more intense
Right.
tumbling, flipping. So since then, I've tried to keep it up.
I don't recall as of late that I seen you do any flips in your routine that
Yeah, I
I
don't
know
on
of.
Instagram. I don't as much, but it's always a
Yeah,
good
cause
crowd
I have a hard
pleaser.
time. Yeah, I always have a hard time trying to keep up with the footwork because um, me being tall and lanky and the rope length is long, it's kind of like drag the rope um, too bad for me when it's come to footwork. So I try to like follow those that does footwork
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like see
yeah.
if I can keep up, but I can't keep up.
Well, like you
I'm
said, that's
trying,
the
but I
new
can't keep
trends
up.
too. And even I have a bunch of videos
It's
saved that I'm like trying to slow down and dissect what they do and learn new things. That's the beauty of Instagram is that you can, learn new tricks just by watching these videos and see different people's styles and find what you like and work on the things that you really want to master.
so. Would you say like your style? Well, I can say your style is not like bogged down to one category. Like you got choreography, you got doubles, you got some trippers in there with some TJs. Um, you do a lot of turns and some backward skipping too
Yeah,
that I
that's true.
see, which is super impressive.
Thank you.
Um, I I try to do a lot of backwards. Sometimes it's not as efficient like I want it to be, but I find it interesting. Just to work the brain and um, build a not I can say choreography, the coordination to move differently. Do
Definitely.
you have like a content, a video that you did like a total backwards reel or
Yeah, I
something?
did. That was an idea of mine I had once, and I did it.
Oh, you did? Is it on your page?
I think so. I'm
that you
wearing
know of?
all black. Yeah. I tried.
No, I'm
I,
gonna have
I
to look.
might jump one time forward. We'll see. It's like 15 seconds. But yeah, that's the beauty
That's
of jump
how.
rope, how it like really perfects your coordination because the tricks are completely different if you learn them backwards. And you're learning new skills and like challenging your mind and your body. So even if you've mastered a skill forward, there's the next step is trying it backwards. And then I mean, it's a very inventive sport. Sometimes it takes me a long time to figure out how would I do this backwards. And it's a good exercise just to keep your mind strong and like I said, coordinated.
Yeah, I be having that same thought too. Like, how can I do this backwards? Like, I don't know if you see me do like a backward switch cross double under.
Yes.
Um,
That's one of my
but
favorite
that
tricks, I
is
think.
kind of what the backward switch cross double under,
Yeah, that
or
guy.
just in general.
Because you can just do it.
Oh yeah, well I'm going like the you
Nice.
thinking of swing
Switch
cross, right?
cross. Switch cross, that's hard.
Yeah,
I was thinking of swing cross.
yeah. That's one of them things where I was like, I wonder if I could do this backwards. And when I started trying it, it was just so sloppy because um, I'm jumping too early and I'm landing too late. I kind of smoothed it out now though, but that's just one of them things. And I'm trying like a open. I want to say like an open EB dive backwards. I don't know if it's a dive, but it's just like a open swing EB. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's a triple, but it's just like them technical things that I just be trying to challenge myself, see if I can.
that's awesome.
But that's the
How
beauty
do
about
how do
being
you approach
versatile.
it? Do you like slow down the video? Do you
Um,
start slow without the double, like master the hands, or do you just
so it
trial?
depends on if I see like, well, it's a little bit of everything. If I seen somebody do it, then I'm like practicing singles, and then I
Mhm.
just do like if it's like a two-part move or something, I try to do the first part as a double and just see what my timing is at, and then see if I can add the second part. But if it's something like I thought of myself, then yeah, I'm doing it as single, like the backward switch cross. Like I started off like trying to do like a cross open at first, just to
Mhm.
see like how early or how late can I jump when the rope is like crossed behind me, and see just how much airtime I got. And yeah, it's just a bunch of trial and error. And then eventually I get it sloppy, and I was like, you know what, that's a win for now, but I get it down later on.
Yeah,
But yeah, my thought process is just like breaking everything down to details and watching slow motion and just
that's the way to do it.
bit by bit. And
Always
that's
start
kind of like
very
one of the
slow, especially if it's intricate hand movements, just doing it like super slow and then slowly speeding it up. And it usually takes me a day to sleep on it. And then I'll revisit the next day and it's already feeling better. But a lot of these tricks take a lot of practice to get smooth. And so most of the stuff I do, I mean, I've been doing it for years now. It's always humbling when I try when Mike basically it's humbling when Mike Fry and I practice together and he shows me a new move and it takes me hours to get it and he's just doing it in a row crazy.
yeah,
That happened
watching
when we
Mikey gonna
filmed that
take
last
me like
video.
a couple of months.
Yeah. And I've tried to copy
Yeah,
his
that
videos
was pretty
before. I've covered them like I do the
smooth.
same
Like
sequence and it's hard.
yeah, his style is difficult, but it was pretty smooth how like you was doing the same trick facing the other way, and he's facing the camera doing the same way, and then
Yeah,
um
cool.
yeah, that was crazy cool. That was crazy
Thank
cool.
you. I was hoping
Um,
that would read.
you got any? You got anything for me? Questions,
Questions?
concern?
No, yeah. What is your ultimate jump rope goal? Is there a trick you want to master, or you want to teach classes? You want to perform
I
eventually,
tried teaching. I never
or
thought
you like the
about
Instagram?
performing. I tried teaching. I tried teaching class a couple of times here. It failed, and I think the first time it was me. I had like a few people, but I think I was coaching too quick
Hmm.
because I'm thinking people would understand it as far as I'm breaking down. So the first one was on me, and the second time I tried to coach, everybody was interested, but nobody never showed up. So I was kind of like, okay, I'll just leave it alone for now.
Yeah,
Um, Perform. I don't know. I think if the opportunity to present itself, I would quickly jump
cool.
on it. Um, I don't have no shame in jumping in public. Like that went away so long ago.
Yeah,
But I think
that itself is a
the
performance.
the ultimate goal, yeah, yeah. The ultimate goal is probably just stay as versatile as I can. Like I like to um add a lot of tricks in the combo and see how well it can gel. Especially like if I'm using the speed rope, then I see if I can throw a mick in there. See
Yeah,
if I can turn around quick. See if I can do a double under and then go into like some footwork or something. So I kind of like to mix it up in one combo. So I think that's one of the main goals is trying to stay versatile as I can when I'm
yeah,
doing
definitely.
tricks or combinations of.
That happens to
But other
us
than
too
that,
with
I
the
don't know about.
classes. You were saying you had a class and it seemed like no one was interested, but we've had a lot of classes like,
Well, they
or
were
we'll set a
interested.
date and no one shows up. But then we usually like start doing stuff and people like see us, like you said, jumping in public. You sort of draw a crowd and we get people that way. This was happening way back
Yeah,
when we
I
used
done
to
had
jump on the
people
beach
honk at
all the
me
time.
like in the middle of the road. I had people honk at me in the middle of the
Yeah,
road. Well, I was in the middle of the road, but just in traffic, people just be honking. So I guess that counts for something. I guess that's kind
they're
of as me a
applauding.
street performer.
You just got to
So, do
put
you
a
have
hat
any
out.
hobbies outside of uh yeah, a big hat? That's a lot of sweat. Buy me a Gatorade. Do you have any hobbies outside of jumping and outside of dancing and performing?
Oh, you took away my dancing. Basically, I've been more in
You
the dance world. I work as a physical therapist. That's
Okay.
not that. I guess that's my career, and jump rope's the hobby.
You travel a lot, do you?
I used to. Do I these days? Not as much. I think since COVID, things have kind of slowed down. But yeah, there's jump ropers all over the country. And if I am traveling in a different spot or if people visit Los Angeles, it's always fun to meet up with them. You see it all the time on Instagram, actually. People meeting up in London, and different areas. So,
I think
what other
I
hobbies
think
do
they
I
had
have?
rescheduled.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I was gonna say I think they had rescheduled another jump rope meetup in LA. Um, Once I find that out, I shoot you the information. See if you can
Yeah, definitely.
if you're able to make that over there. That probably a real surprise for them over there.
Yeah, no, I want to go to more.
But you were finna say, or you were trying to figure out some of your other hobbies that you do
Yeah, I
besides
mean, that's
jumping
it.
and
Just jump rope
performing.
and dance. Just kidding.
That's
I
good.
work out a lot. I think it's important to cross train with jump rope because it's hard on your body, especially if you're going for hours and, jumping super high. That's a lot on your joints. So you need to be strong and able to sustain it. So I think everyone should be cross training with weight training. And that's
I
that's
agree,
something I like to do.
especially a lot of us that do a lot of leg crosses and jumping
Hmm.
on one leg and like incorporating a lot of hip flexors and like yeah. But
Right.
I do agree with that.
a lot of like in physical therapy, single leg jumping is one of the more advanced skills you progress someone to. So, I mean, you need to be strong and able to be able to do that. And I
But
think,
also be coordinated enough and light enough not to land
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
hard or
it's
awkward to
been
mess your joints up.
definitely. And I use jump rope in PT sometimes, not as much as my coworkers would like me to, but it helps build, when you're working on agility, you're working on calf strength, jump rope targets all major muscle groups. So it's a great full body exercise. And it's come out here and there in the clinic. In fact, one time I was working with a patient and I started doing it. All my coworkers know about the jump rope stuff. And I swear everyone in the clinic just
Right.
looked at me and stared. And they were
Like,
they
there
were
he go
bummed because
again.
I didn't do anything crazy. I just was jumping. And I was like, what, do you expect me to like do a show right now? This is not for me. This is for the patient. But I think it has a place in physical therapy. And yeah, it goes hand in hand with my career.
Oh, I would have never thought about that.
Yeah.
Corporate and just simple, just simple bouncing. Just you doing simple base and bounce for your
Yeah,
clients,
I
your
mostly do
patients, I should
footwork
say.
for patients. Yes. Because
Oh, okay.
that's working on, agility, once again, single leg strength and coordination. Like it
Uh,
takes some mental capacity to be able to cross your legs like that and do the different skills. These are my feet, by the way.
Yeah. Do your I'm sorry. Do your patients find any value of that? Like when they do that, and do they come back with you with any feedback?
Oh, definitely. They enjoy it and they know my background. I usually tell them. So they're happy to learn from me and well, they're excited to learn from me and yeah, I think they enjoy
Oh,
my ability to introduce them to new tricks. Although it's a
oh, I see.
super
Coaching
hard
in your future.
exercise. If you're not conditioned to do it, and if you don't do it regularly, doing a minute of it
Right.
is super challenging. I mean, we're used to it by now, but and it's still challenging, but it's great exercise for
Yeah, but
anyone.
I do remember the time that like I had when I first started. I had the heavy rope, and I tried to do like 10 double unders with the heavy rope, and I was totally gassed. Like after that, like I had to sit
Yeah,
down and I was thinking
it's
about
no
life
joke.
and like what did I get myself
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I get myself into.
it's hard. And I'm often, if I do a rehearsal or a show, I'm often more sore after that than I am any other exercise I do. So it's really challenging.
Do you see, do you see yourself as a coach in the future?
Yeah, and in fact, I've been a coach in the past for my home jump rope team, and that was super rewarding and fun. You know, it's cool to see
Oh,
kids in my shoes who like I said, I started out as a really shy kid, and jump rope is what helped me grow out of my shell and sort of become more confident in myself and a performer. So to go to practices and competitions and cheer kids on and, you know, tell them how great they're doing, just giving them that confidence is really rewarding to me. And I had a lot of fun doing it. In fact, do you know We Jump Rope? I have this here actually. This is just on my
yes.
desk.
Yes. Yana. Send me,
Yes,
not
Yana.
send me, but I see Yana like link some videos to that, and I checked it out on YouTube, and
Yeah, so
them guys
these
are.
guys were some of my students. As they were more of my they were helping me coach too.
Oh, okay,
I
man.
did
Them
not
guys,
teach
they're super
them
impressive.
anything. Yes, I'm not taking credit for their tricks. They did that all on their own. I'm nowhere near as creative as them. But I think they were seniors and juniors in high school at the time. And it was just fun to, I was in a way their guide. I would make them do workouts. And and just tell them how good they are. I don't think they heard that. Be like, you guys are
Oh,
amazing and
them
you
guys doing
deserve to
something
be
else.
first place, and I don't know why you're not there. And then I just saw the spark in them, and they've been great ever since, and now they're doing their own thing and it's amazing.
And they
But yeah,
still killing it
definitely
at this
I
moment.
love coaching and cheering people on and helping in that way.
Okay. Well, Eddie, I appreciate you coming on
Hey,
to the show.
definitely.
Um, appreciate meeting you for the first time.
Yeah, this
I
was
got
fun.
some screen records in slow motion from some of your routines, man. It's in my save. um,
Yes.
it's challenging, man. It's challenging. Oh
Yeah,
man. So people's
I
there you.
should
Uh,
do more like I want to do more like duet videos, something that people can copy. Because when I make the video, I'm not thinking, break it down so it's doable. And I think that would be cool
but
to
that's
do
okay
more of.
too, though.
There's a time
But
and
that's
place for
okay
both.
too, cause that right. But I mean, be yourself, cause there are people watch you and still get bits and pieces from you. Probably can't do everything, but people are watching and getting bits and pieces from you. So
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you so
continue doing
much.
what you're doing, how you doing it, the way you're doing it.
Yeah, and you too. I love your passion for it, and I think you have a bright
You
future
know,
ahead.
it's therapy for me at this moment. It's not. It was never like a workout. It always been like therapy for me.
That's so
So
important
that's how I kind
and
of
great to
approach
hear.
it. Well, Mr. Eddie, I appreciate you coming along. It's a pleasure meeting you face to face
Yeah, definitely. I'm
for
so
the
happy
first
you're
time
doing
conversing
this.
with you.
Yeah, and sorry I
People,
keep
there you
talking
have it. You
over
got
you.
Eddie. It might be just
Save
like
a
a
day.
little delay, but it's all good.
Um,
It's all good. Any last positive message you want to say for the people? You want to tell for the people?
just keep jumping and keep practicing, and you're all superstars. And yes, I'm watching you all too on
Yep.
Instagram. You might not know it.
You see, you have it. He just stated that y'all superstars. Take that into
Exactly.
account.
And you inspire me. You all inspire me.
All right, brother. I appreciate you having being on as a guest. I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to share your story, your
Thank you.
performance. People, there you have it. Drop Eddie a comment down below, and we'll see you next time. This is the host L.R.Player. That is Mr. Eddie. Tune in next
Yay.
time. Peace.
Peace.